yesterday about 2:46 p.m., our department received a call from the eventual suspect in this case, an Isaiah Marin, claiming that he had murdered someone in the western part of Stillwater. The address wasn't very specific at that time, and we responded officers to that area to try to investigate and track down what was going on. In the meantime, we subsequently received a number of other calls from witnesses who said they had seen a man, blood-covered, carrying a large weapon, walking on the western part of town. Our officers got there and confronted him. He did drop the weapon. Eventually, he was detained. He provided enough information to our officers that we were able to locate an apartment and a deceased victim. Our suspect, who has been arrested and charged at this time, is Isaiah Marin, or Marin, I'm not sure of the pronunciation. That information is in your press release. The deceased victim is identified as Jacob Crockett. He's a 19-year-old Stillwater resident. The suspect was, I believe, 21 years old. So I talked to the district attorney this morning. Charges have been filed on Mr. Marin for first-degree homicide, and he will be arraigned today about 3 blocks that direction at the Payne County Courthouse. And that's briefly the opening statement. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
What weapon? What
Sorry.
weapon? I'm sorry, Ed Doney, Channel 4.
I would describe it, Ed, as either a large knife or a spear. It was a large, substantial weapon. Originally, it was reported as being a machete. I don't know that I would call it that, but a sword or a large knife.
We've heard descriptions that possibly the victim was decapitated. Can you elaborate on that?
Unfortunately, for the most part, that's true. His head was almost entirely severed from his body, and there are substantial wounds to the body consistent with the weapon we recovered.
Does this appear to be a hate crime, or is it something, a level of insanity, or how do you view the motivation?
I'm certainly not the one that should comment on that.
What were the relationship between the victim and the suspect?
Friends, this occurred at 419 South Oakdale, number 6, apartment number 6, and preliminarily, at least, we believe a couple of the people lived there. There had maybe been some cohabitation with friends moving in and out, but at one time we think maybe 3 or 4 different people had lived in this location, and the victim and suspect were certainly known to each other.
They weren't roommates?
Yes, sir.
Bill Cross, Fox 25. Was there any reason that Mr. Marin gave for why he did this or why he called police?
Yes, we had in-depth conversation with the suspect last night. Our investigators did. He did admit to the murder. He gave a number of reasons for that. Some of those I'm gonna hold for now. I will say that he admitted that he had fantasized recently about committing multiple homicides, and this victim being one of his intended targets.
And follow up to that, when we talk about fantasizing about committing homicides, was beheading part of those fantasies, and was that at all connected to the recent news about other beheadings around the world?
We have found nothing to indicate there's anything related to the past happenings or that the beheading was in and of itself significant to him.